Welcome to SCI-EASE. In this video, I am going to take up a very important topic of this chapter, Atoms and Molecules, and the topic is mole concept. We go to the market for shopping of vegetables and fruits. When we go to some supermarket and ask them to give us 1 kg potato or 1 kg onion, what they will do? They will weigh the onion or the potato on a balance and give that bag to us. So here we are measuring the quantity. We are measuring the quantity of any substance. But sometimes we go to the market to buy bananas or oranges. They say that the bananas, they are 60 rupees per dozen. So this unit, dozen, it refers to 12. Dozen refers to 1 dozen, that is equal to 12. So instead of saying that give 12 banana, we say that give 1 dozen banana. In the same way, there are other units also to measure the number of certain substances. Like if we want 20 eggs, so there will be 1 score. So 1 score, that is equal to 20. And if we want to buy 144 erasers or pencils, what we will say? That we want 1 gross, which is equal to 144 erasers. Okay? So, if we want to measure the quantity of any substance, we will say that 1 kg or half kg or this much grams, we want this. Okay? But when we want certain number of the substances, then we use dozen, score or gross. Now, these are some of the articles which we buy from the market. Now come to the chemistry part. If you know that in chemistry the particles are atoms, particles. They are articles, and here in chemistry they are particles. Particles may be atoms, molecules or ions. Or you can say subatomic particles also, like electrons, protons, neutrons, they are also included. So, can we say that we can buy 12 atoms, or we can measure 12 atoms? No. Atoms, they are very small. In the same way, molecules, they are also very small. Here I will take into consideration atoms and molecules only. Suppose we want, I give you 1 cup of wheat, grains of wheat, and tell me the number of the grains present in this 1 cup. You will say that it's very difficult to count these grains of wheat. You can count, but it will be time consuming. But when I tell you to measure or to count, not measure, count the number of the molecules in 1 spoon of salt? Can you tell me? That's again very difficult. You will say that the molecules are very small. How can I count these sodium chloride molecules? It's very tough. So I will say then it's difficult. So I will give you 1 drop of water and count the number of the hydrogen and oxygen atoms in it. You will say atoms are even smaller than molecules. And this is next to impossible. I can't count hydrogen and oxygen atoms in this drop of water. So, how can we count these atoms or molecules or ions in any substance? That is, there is one unit, and that unit, that is mole. Mole was given by Ostwald in 1896. This word, that is taken from the Latin word moles, meaning pile or heap. Okay, so what is this mole and what is it is equal to, that I am going to tell you here. So a mole of any species, and that species may be atoms, molecules, ions or any particles, that is that quantity which will have a mass. This will have the mass equal to its atomic mass or molecular mass in grams. And this number is fixed, which is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. And what is this? This number is known as Avogadro number. Avogadro number, which is denoted by N0 or Na also, and its value is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23. Clear? Avogadro, scientist Avogadro gave this number. So after the name of Avogadro, this Avogadro number is named, and its value is this much. Okay, so what is mole? I will repeat once again. A mole of any species, atoms, molecules or ions is that quantity which will have a mass equal to atomic mass or molecular mass, but in grams. You know how to calculate the atomic mass, you know how to calculate the molecular mass, and there we use the unit U or AMU. But when this we take into consideration the mole, then the units, they are in grams. Okay, so 1 mole, that is equal to, 1 mole is equal to this much, or it is equal to gram atomic mass. Okay, and when we consider 1 mole of atoms, when we consider 1 mole of the atoms, okay, then it is equal to gram atomic mass, and when we consider 1 mole of molecule, then it will be gram molecular mass, and it is in G. It is in grams. Okay, so mole signifies a collection of 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 atoms or molecules or ions. When this is given to you, that 1 mole of hydrogen molecule is there. So what it means? This means that 1 mole of hydrogen is equal to 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 molecules of hydrogen. This means it contains this much number. So many zeros, 23 zeros you are to. So we use this much. And another thing, 2.016, or you can use 2 also, grams of hydrogen. Atomic mass or molecular mass, we write U. But here, this gram that is used. Okay, so I think the concept, this mole, what is mole, that is clear to you. Sometimes the definition is given, but mainly here numericals, they are given. So I will do one numerical here and you will understand it properly. Now we will solve some of the numericals. The first numerical is calculate the mass in grams of the following. Okay? 1 mole of sulfuric acid. So 1 mole, this is the solution of first numerical. 1 mole of sulfuric acid is equal to 2 into 1 plus atomic mass of sulfur is 32 plus 4 into 16. So this will come out to be 98. So should I write here U? No, I will write grams because I am to calculate mass in grams and it is equal to molecular mass. Now second, solution of the second numerical, that is 0.05 moles of ammonia. I am to calculate the mass in grams. Okay, so 1 mole of ammonia, that is NH3, it is equal to 14 atomic mass. 3 into 1, it is equal to 17 grams. Okay, and 0.05 moles of ammonia, that will be equal to 17 into 0.05. This will come out to be 0.85 grams. Okay. Now next numerical is how many moles of oxygen are present in sulfuric acid. So here there are 4 atoms. So you will write that there are 4 moles of oxygen in sulfuric acid. Such type of the questions or some questions related to the Avogadro number, they are there in the exam. So you must practice them in order to become perfect. Now this is all about the chapter Atoms and Molecules. I will meet you in my next video with some other chapter of class 9th. Till then, thank you very much.